If your paycheck disappears within a few days of receiving it, you are not bad with money. You are just stuck in a cycle no one taught you how to get out of. Hi, my name is Saria, and this is my channel, Counting Her Coin. And today I'm going to show you how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. This is part two of my Master Your Money series, where I help you master your finances and build wealth. And in case you missed it, you can check out the playlist right here. So people are stuck in the paycheck to paycheck cycle for a number of reasons. And there are two categories I want to touch on. Category one are factors that are outside of your control. The truth is wages aren't keeping up with the cost of living. Housing, healthcare, transportation, high gas prices, food, everything is going up but the wages. 77% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and when there is a financial emergency, they have to rely on credit card debt to get them through. Leading into category two, factors you can control. How to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Step one, poor money mindset. We are going to heal your relationship with money. And before we can move forward in our financial journey, we have to go backwards. Your inherited money mindset is from your parents. I want you to look at how your parents would speak about finances. Was it more positive or was it negative? Did your family openly talk about finances? Did they educate you properly on finances? Or did you feel as an adult you had to figure everything out? I came from a family that did not understand finances, and money was always spoken with so much negativity, anxiety, and stress. And I received this negative programming at a very young age. And even when I looked around, I would look at my family and everyone was going through this as well. It was taboo to talk about it. And when we were talking about it, I would hear, oh, if it's not one thing, it's another. Oh, I'm so broke. Maybe one day when I win the lottery. This is negative programming. Now we are going to work on reprogramming your brain and your thoughts around money and the power of the tongue. If you are constantly saying you are broke, you have no money, what is that signaling to your subconscious mind? That you are in lack. You have to watch what you say about yourself and what you manifest over your life. The power of the tongue is real. When I used to say I didn't have any money. My counts would always be in the negative. I would always have overdraft fees. I would never have any money saved. It costs you nothing to speak positively over your life. The way I reprogram my subconscious mind around money is listening to money affirmations. I would listen to money affirmations every single day. At first, it did feel very uncomfortable. I felt like a fraud. I felt just odd because I thought it was a very odd thing to do. You have to understand that you are unlearning decades of negative programming. It's going to take time and it's going to take effort. It's also helped me heal my negative thoughts around money in the sense of I used to think money is evil. People who have a lot of money, people who are doing well, have to do something bad in order to get it, or they are just lucky. The amount of energy hating on people will get you nowhere. You can use that energy and you can transmute that into building up your situation. You are going to want to shift your mindset from a poor money mindset to a wealth building mindset. Every dollar that you have, it has a mission. The only difference between people who are doing well financially is that they have a plan, they have structure, they have systems in place that will help them earn more money, keep their money, and build their money so it can grow over time. So typically people are in this cycle. They get paid, they pay all their bills, and you're scraping by with whatever you have left. You feel broke, and then you repeat it the next month. Paying yourself first will eliminate this cycle. Put aside 50, 100, 200, $300, whatever you can afford. You're going to set up automatic payments. So this is going to make it a lot easier. It's going to take the friction out of it. And you're going to open a high yield savings account, and that money is going to go in there on the 1st and the 16th or whenever you get paid. This is going to be mission number one, and this leads into step two. Mission one, you are going to get 1 month ahead on your bills. How are we going to get 1 month ahead on bills? Number one, automation, which we discussed. We're going to automate a set amount of money per month. For a season in your life, you are going to do whatever you need to do to get 1 month ahead on your bills. And that can be working extra hours, picking up extra shifts, or picking up a part time job. You'll never be behind if you are ahead. So, step two, we need to know the numbers. What is that number? What is the exact number that you need to cover all your expenses, your base, your variable expenses, and any miscellaneous things that come up on a regular basis? So if you get your hair done on a regular basis every month, you need to add that into your budget. If you do like to shop, I want to know how much you are actually shopping on a regular basis. When we're going through our budget, when we're going through our expenses, release shame. This is not the time to throw a pity party for yourself. This is the time to just get the information, to have awareness. So let's say that you have a monthly income of $4,000. That is how much you get per month, right? You're going to write out all your expenses, and that's your base. The number I need to have in order to live. So that is housing, utilities, food, transportation costs, gas. And let's say that number, the base, is $2,500. So how much consumer debt do you have? Add up all your minimum payments and totals of that debt. Now, I want you to go through your statements. What are you using that leftover money on? I use this budget template, and this is how I like to organize my finances. I find that it's very easy for me to not only keep track of my expenses, but it's also a great way to see my progress as time progresses. And if you're interested in this template, you can get yours for $8. The link is in my description box below. So step three would be cutting out unnecessary spending. You don't need to be eating out every day. You don't need to be shopping every month. You don't need to buy new items for new events. Maybe in this season in our life, and again, it's a season of two of buckling down to get yourself financially ready will prepare you, will put you years ahead of your colleagues. You just have to remember it's just a season. It's not forever. It's just temporary. Just get yourself right so we can just, enjoy our life and not have all this financial pressure. So, step four is fix your habits. People are triggered to spend when they are stressed, when they are having a bad day, when their emotions are all over the place. You have to find your trigger. What is setting you off to emotionally spend? Emotional spenders lead into overconsumption of goods and services. We want to replace emotional spending with healthy coping mechanisms like going for a walk, exercising, journaling, talking to a friend, things that will help you regulate your nervous system. So step five is lifestyle inflation. Just because you get a raise, just because you start making a little bit more money does not mean you have to inflate your lifestyle. You do not need the luxury car, the luxury apartment, the biggest house, the best clothes, the best restaurants, the best trips. You see where I'm going? There are people who make over $100,000 a year, multiple hundred thousands of dollars per year. There's people who are millionaires who live month to month, paycheck to paycheck. You don't need to keep up with the Joneses. The Joneses don't exist. If you fill your life with things, with meaningless objects that don't serve you, that don't give you purpose, that don't fill your cup emotionally, you are lost. And I'm not saying you don't deserve nice things. I love nice things. I have nice things. But I have found ways to have luxury in my life, to have nice things in my life without paying full price, without going into debt. I don't need to show people that I'm doing well. I really don't care. I don't need you to know. I don't need your validation. I don't need your approval. What is wrong with your phone? Unless something is actually wrong with your phone, do you really need a new phone? My phone, for example, I don't know if you can see this, guys. I refuse to buy a new iPhone. This is all cracked. I don't know if you can see this. This is cracked, and I have tape here to keep the glass from falling out. This is an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Until the screen does not work and I cannot make phone calls and I can't text and I can't make content on this phone, I'm keeping this phone. Where can we cut back here? Your mortgage rent should not be more than 35% of your take home pay. Really, I would like to say 30%, but hey, like I said, there are factors that are outside of our control, and Rent and mortgage is just one of them. I'm asking a real question. Do you absolutely need the apartment with the stainless steel appliances? The amenities that you won't have time to use because you're working so much to live at that apartment? Do you need to really be there? Or if you do a little bit more research, if you can find a private landlord, if you can find something similar in the area that you want to live, but maybe the appliances aren't as nice. Maybe there's no amenities, but maybe it's also $800 less. Could you find some roommates to split a beautiful home in a desirable area and split the cost amongst the roommates? There are so many different options. And again, it's only for a season, it's not forever. And step six is to increase your income. Working extra hours, working a second job, working overtime, learning a skill to increase your chances of getting hired at a higher paying job. Those things are hard. I'm not saying they're easy. I'm not saying it's so simple because it's not. But I'm here to tell you that no one cares about your excuses. No one cares about your problems. No one is going to care unless you care. If you are unhappy in your financial situation, you have to earn more. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to get a second job? Are you going to take classes so you can make more money? Are you going to learn skills that are going to get you paid? Step seven, we are going to stop using our credit cards. Put the credit card down, cut them up. I'm not saying cancel the card. Don't cancel your card. You might need to freeze your credit card, and I'm being serious. You might have to put it in some water and put it in a cup and put it in your deep freezer. You might have to take out all your credit cards out of your wallet and leave them at home. We also are just going to stop using layaway, which has been rebranded as buy now, pay later. Back in my day, when I was younger and my mom would buy toys on layaway and then on Christmas we have the toys, I don't think there was any fees, or the fees were very minimal. Maybe like a couple dollars. Like it wasn't anything crazy like it is now. The thing is, with buy now, pay later, you get the instant gratification. With layaway back in the day, you couldn't get those items until you paid for it. So you wouldn't really go into debt on layaway. If you haven't allocated money for a specific item, you do not need it. You can wait. You can delay gratification. So I try to wait like 48 hours, a couple days before I make a purchase. If I'm still thinking about that item after 3 days, I'm gonna go get it, but I'm going to plan for it. I don't have to get it this month. Anything that you think that you have to have immediately, I promise you, you don't. You were doing just fine without that item your whole entire life up until this moment. The next step is to build an emergency fund. I am going to show you how to save your first $10,000. In this video, I give you step-by-step guide to save your first 10K. I also go into the psychology of how anxiety and shame shapes our financial journey. You can click this video right here and I will see you over there.